Blue's coming in there. How dare you close that door? What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's the big dog named Austin back at you. It's week 4 of the NFL, and it's time for my picks. I don't know how I've been doing these past couple weeks. I have not gone back and checked. I know that a lot of games last week surprised me. Let's talk about it for a minute because I do kind of want to discuss it. So last week I picked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to beat the Broncos. The Broncos blew them out 26-7. I picked the Texans to beat the Vikings. The Vikings dog walked them 34-7. I don't know what the hell happened in that game. I know I was wrong on that one. I don't remember who I picked in the Steelers-Chargers game. Pretty sure I picked the Saints. I got that one wrong. Picked the Browns. They laid an egg against the Giants. Who would have thought? In the number one game I got wrong, probably along with the rest of America, unless you saw something in Andy Dalton, was the Raiders and the Panthers. I was way wrong on that. The Panthers beat them by 14 points. Overall, I don't know. I did all right. But let's get into it. Week 4. Let's get into my picks. Thursday night tonight, the Cowboys take on the New York Giants. The Cowboys are favored by 6. The Cowboys have had a couple of tough losses this season. Who knows what the Cowboys are this season? I don't buy into the Giants winning last week. I don't know what the hell happened there. But give me the Cowboys for that one. Sunday, September 29th, you've got the Indianapolis Colts hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Lighthouse. Apparently, that's how people from Pittsburgh talk. I don't know. That's just according to Pat McAfee. I'll take his word for it. But it's going to be a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans in Lucas Oil Stadium. The Colts defense was played a lot better last week, but they still allowed 393 yards. The Pittsburgh Steelers, I feel like, are a pretty good football team. They got a really, really, really good player. You might have heard of him, T.J. Watt, who probably could and probably will win Defensive Player of the Year if he keeps up, what he's doing now. He is a game wrecker. He's going to be really tough to defend. But the Colts offensive line actually has been playing really, really well. Man, I have a really tough time picking the Colts in this one, to be honest with you. This is one of those games where the Steelers are pretty good. The Steelers are pretty good. They're 3-0 coming into this game. Justin Fields, he's slinging it. He has 95.3 QBR. If you for reference, Anthony Richardson has a 55.9 QBR. Justin Fields has been playing pretty solid. And, obviously the Steelers defense is pretty good. They're first in total yards, 5th in passing yards, tied for 2nd in rushing yards allowed, 1st in points allowed. The Steelers defense is legit, like a lot better than the Bears defense, and we struggle to put up points against them. If Jonathan Taylor has a big game, then we have a chance to win, but I don't think the Colts are going to win. I know that was kind of long-winded. Moving on to the next game, the Vikings at the Packers. Blue. The Vikings at the Packers. The Packers are favored by 2.5 points. It's in Green Bay. Now, Malik Willis has been playing pretty well, and the Packers are rolling. Last week, the Packers, they did beat up on the Tennessee Titans for what it's worth. This is a bit of a tougher team. The Minnesota Vikings, they're rolling. They're undefeated. Sam Darnold looks really good. This could be a tough game. Give me the Packers, though. I like what the Packers are doing right now. Then you've got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Houston Texans. Both of these teams coming off of a big blowout loss. One to the Buffalo Bills on Monday night, and the Texans. I don't know what the hell happened to them in the Minnesota Vikings, but they got their doors blown off. This is in Houston. Houston's favored by 6.5. I don't think that the Jacksonville Jaguars are a good football team. Thinking that they could start 0-4, which is a very legitimate possibility if they lose this game to the Houston Texans. Thinking that could happen is absolutely insane. But yeah, give me the Texans in this one. The New Orleans Saints take on the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons lost a controversial game to the Kansas City Chiefs. The New Orleans Saints lost the game to the Philadelphia Eagles in New Orleans. And Atlanta's favored by 2.5. And I think Atlanta gets this one done. Both teams are playing well early on. We'll see what happens, though. It's a big NFC South matchup. Give me the Atlanta Falcons. The LA Rams at the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears are actually favored in this one. They're favored by 3 points. I don't buy this one. I know that there's some injuries. The Rams are hella banged up. But literally, did you see what the Rams just did to the 49ers? I know it was in LA. Okay, I don't know why I put LA in parentheses. But it was a home game. And if you looked at the pictures, you noticed that there's way more Niners fans. But the Niners, they lost. They had a lead, and they blew a lead to the Rams. And I don't understand how the Rams are not favored in this game. Give me the Rams in this game. The Philadelphia Eagles traveled to Tampa Bay. I was very surprised at what happened to Tampa Bay last week. The Philadelphia Eagles are favored by 2 points. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. No reason. I just don't really like the Philadelphia Eagles. The Carolina Panthers host the Cincinnati Bengals. The Red Rocket against his former team in the Carolina Panthers. The Bengals are favored by 4 points. Look, the Bengals are 0-3. The Bengals got beat by Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels threw for more touchdown passes than he did incompletions in that game on Monday night. He looked incredible. The Bengals, on the other hand, they look okay. Okay, they look good, but they can't seem to beat anybody. I don't want to pick the Carolina Panthers. I know that they just won last week, and Andy Dalton played solid. Okay, he was the first player in this season to throw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Okay, the quarterback play has not been very good this year. If Andy Dalton can come back and do that again against the Cincinnati Bengals, I don't know what to think. Give me the Bengals. But man, if the Panthers win, oh my God. The New York Jets host the Denver Broncos. This could be a good game. The Broncos, they did surprise the league last week. Bo Nix had a pretty solid game, but Aaron Rodgers, man, he is dealing it right now. He is playing really, really well. Give me the Jets. They're favored by 7.5 in New York. Yeah, give me the Jets. The Arizona Cardinals host the Washington Commanders. Now, I hadn't gotten to watch Washington Commanders really any time in my life other than when the Colts are playing them, because they're not on in prime time very often. I liked what I saw out of Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. I think they go in Arizona and win. Now, I know Marvin Harrison's playing really well right now, but man, yeah, give me the Commanders. The New England Patriots at the 49ers. The 49ers have so many different injuries, but surely they can handle the Patriots, right? They're favored by 10 points. This might be a situation where I take the Patriots in the points, right? Surely the Patriots can keep it within 10 points. Surely, right? But the Niners are going to win. The Cleveland Browns at the Las Vegas Raiders. You have a lot of drama following the Raiders. When don't you have drama following the Raiders? Okay, they lost to the Carolina Panthers, presumably the worst team in the league. I know they made a quarterback change, but how embarrassing is that? In Vegas, mind you, in Las Vegas, they lost. You had Antonio Pierce, the head coach of Las Vegas Raiders, coming out saying that some guys made business decisions, which is not a good thing you want to hear when it comes to football, especially on defense. I think that the Raiders come out with some different mentality. The Browns, they're coming off a loss to the Giants. The Browns have no identity. I don't see an identity for the Cleveland Browns. So I think that this is going to come down to probably a field goal made by Daniel Carlson, who's a hell of a kicker. Probably the most anticipated. Let's take that back. I saw the Sunday night game. One of the most anticipated games of the week is an AFC West clash between the LA Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. In LA, the Kansas City Chiefs are 3-0, looking to continue that win streak. The Chargers are 2-1. So Derwin James is out. He is suspended for 1 game. Then Justin Herbert's questionable. This is probably going to be another Kansas City Chiefs win. Patrick Mahomes doing Patrick Mahomes things. Give me the Chiefs. Now, the game of the week, the Buffalo Bills at the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 2.5, but the Buffalo Bills are playing really good football right now. Okay, Josh Allen is slinging it. Josh Allen, 54 of 72, 634 yards, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. no interceptions, 133.7 QBR for Josh Allen, while Lamar Jackson has thrown for 3 touchdowns and 1 pick for a 95.7 QBR. Lamar Jackson's run the hell out of the ball. Derrick Henry last week, he had himself a pretty solid game. This is going to be a really good game. This being the Sunday night game is the right choice. Whew, I got a tough time picking the Baltimore Ravens in this one because I understand last week they played well against the Dallas Cowboys. They kind of let the Dallas Cowboys back in it a little bit, but they ultimately ended up winning. Go ahead and give me the Buffalo Bills on the road in this one. I like what Josh Allen is doing. In years past, I haven't liked the Buffalo Bills. Man, Buffalo Bills are playing some good football. Another doubleheader on Monday night. The Tennessee Titans at the Miami Dolphins. This might be a snooze fest. The Dolphins are favored by 1 point. Will Levis versus Skylar Thompson. I don't know. 7:30, that's what times that game starts. Give me the Miami Dolphins. The Seattle Seahawks at the Detroit Lions. This game, oh man, this game's going to be a good one. This could be a potential playoff matchup. The Lions are favored by 3.5. Go ahead and give me the Lions, but man, this is going to be one of the better games of the weekend. I know I said the Bills, Ravens will probably be the best game of the weekend, but this is probably going to be a close second. I like what the Lions are doing. I know they lost to the Buccaneers, okay, whatever, but the Lions are a good football team. And the Seattle Seahawks, they're a pretty good football team too. The Seattle Seahawks are 3-0. Just saying. But yeah, go ahead and give me the Lions. I think the Lions win this one. But that's it. That's week 4 picks. We are getting into the full swing of things. Football's fun. I love football. With that being said, Colts need to win some more games. Hopefully I'm wrong about the Colts losing to the Steelers this week. I don't see it happening. That's all I've got. I'm a big dog named Austin. Go Colts.